Welcome back. This video will be directly addressed to the current owners of Piaggio Company, Pontedera in Italy, and to the heirs of the late Roberto Colonnini, his two sons. Message is direct to them. I think the world will like to know what bloody game you're playing at, mateys. The silence and uncertainty which is floating around at Pontedera, I don't think it is no good for no one. Even despite you had a 2024 share dividend record, number 4 in Italy, believe it or not, after the first 3 banks of Italy. Stellantis was around about 7th position, Twin Peaks. And considering the endeavourment of the company itself has risen to a certain percentage, I think this is 2 or 3 years on the trot. It's been going on, and plus you got on the top of it on the stock exchange the shares, which goes up and down week in and week out like a yo-yo. And obviously this demonstrates the financial markets, not just Italy and the rest of the world. There is no trust, there is no faith in what you do and say, basically. And plus the fact is, putting people in cassa integrazione, temporary leave, which is at the expense of the government, before you should say the season, production season, which is usually summer. People are already in cassa integrazione from the beginning of June. And the fact is, Matteo Colonnini said, we're not going to invest in Pontedera. Where do I presume you're going to invest? India, Vietnam, China? And regarding innovations, research, and developing new products, it's not just now. It's been years which has been Pontedera disappearing, and there is no new product on the market. And how do you think this company will survive and continue to produce things which the Asian competitors, which they dish out every year something a lot more better, same quality, for a lot more cheaper price? This is another problem. The Chinese, seeing here in Italy, the car sales 6%. The Japanese cars already took to the market, and they probably can say by the end of the year 10%. That is a record. And regarding the funds which has been received for electric vehicle, we're talking about 180 million euro, which is a total standstill, and there's a delay of upgrading these things for the market. And obviously these minivans have been 2 years out in the elements, rain or shine, to face the elements, non-sold. It goes to show certain products don't work anymore, and practically destroyed a market which the Piaggio had, a minivan. That local businessman, he needs a small vehicle which is like the dimension of a car. You can, especially on the town roads and villages, is easily manoeuvrable and quite nippy as well. disappeared. Despite this new product, the new Piaggio Porta, which is a photon joint venture, we're talking about €20,000 pass just for the basic model. You put another few thousand euros on the top of it, you buy yourself an Iveco Daily, a van, complete van, or other competitors. People, they want the truth, especially employees of this company. They want the truth because they want to know what's going to be their future. Word going in high spheres in that ivory tower at Pontedera, which is not publicly, mentioned. There's a thing which they call ristrutturazione, restructuring the company. This means layoffs. Every company passes through restructuration and layoffs. And here, we're talking about the future of this company. If it continues under the Italian ownership, or end up in the hands of the Chinese like the MG did. I think it's time you meet face to face with the workers and be honest and tell them the whole 9 yards of the situation, because it's not looking good. You can't hide it anymore, because sooner or later it's going to explode, and this will have a more negative impact on the markets itself.